This week you can win a USB trader in field tested condition. To enter like every week, like, comment and subscribe and react to the posting on my Discord server linked below. Also a quick shout out to all my boys on Patreon. If you want a 25/7 trading code right your hand, you can find all of that there. Thanks! So the CSGO market is in a very interesting state right now. On the one side we have a lot of risks and anxiety, but on the other side also a lot of potential. I mean, just with the player numbers that the announcement of CS2 has given us, the potential market increase in the future is just insane. So whatever happens, I am pretty sure we will see a lot of up and downs in the near future. But to say it clear in the beginning, I cannot predict the future. If I could, I definitely wouldn't make a video about it. So it is even more important for you or anybody that has some money in CSGO skins to know what the potential is, but also the risks that you should be aware of and what can even totally destroy this current multi-billion-dollar CSGO economy, and with it make your trusty black scope orb safari mesh, which you think is $50, even though it says for $2 above, worth really nothing. But where skins are worth something, at least for now, is my sponsor. This video is sponsored by Skinsmonkey.com. Skinsmonkey is an automated CSGO bot trading site. They offer a huge amount of skins to instantly trade to, 24/7 live chat support and a 35% bonus on every cash deposit. With a referral code NEON, you can get a free up to $5 bonus on your first trade when exchanging items worth at least $100. So like you can see here, I've calculated a little bit and found this cool deal on Skinsmonkey. I also used my $5 bonus. I just selected these 5 items out of my inventory for these 2 gut knife safari meshes field tested. I even got some leftover balance on the side, which I can use for my next trade. The 2 gut knives were on trade logs, so I just saved them onto the side, but some days later I could just withdraw them to my Steam, and as you can see here, I've got a really good upgrade and with my bonus code also a really good deal. So check out Skinsmonkey right now. Link to the site with my bonus code is in the description. So let's start with the risks. What could happen at the moment that will decrease the value of CSGO skins or even destroy the whole market in general? First, volatility. This can go either way, but if you look at some graphs, you will see that the CSGO market is still just changing a lot without any influence from outside. Just in the last month, prices have decreased by around 15% and even went up again by around 5%. In a stable market, this is a lot. And mainly a result of the CS2 hype still going down, maybe the banwave because of the gambling sites, but also some new features that the Valve had implemented or tasered. Like the zoo skins. So they didn't tease it, they taste because it's... Okay. Disappointment of CS2, which I think is one of the biggest risks here. Like said, CS2 created a big hype, and with the closed beta, it is actually pretty easy to see in which direction the game is going. Valve is pretty good with releasing new content and patches too, but it is still a work in progress game. So Valve announced that the game will fully release for everybody this summer. Small hint here, we already have summer. So Valve will have to release the game until the 23rd of September. So only around 2.5 months left to finish the game, optimize it, and release the successor of the most popular first-person shooter of all time with a huge esport and professional scene behind it, which also needs to be optimized and fixed. Sounds like quite a challenging task, right? And it is. And game studios are popular for delaying games several times or even disappointing in the final result. What do you think will happen to the prices of your trusty CSGO skins if that same happens to CS2? Just now, many people think,
I will just sell my skins when CS2 is released and the hype is really big, so I make big money. Woohoo!
Yeah. What if that never happens or the game just sucks? I could really see a bank run happening there instead of a skin run. Number 3 reason, Steam bans. Last week, Valve started to ban many gambling sites supplying CSGO traders. I mean, most of them had some illegal contract with some gambling site and did money laundering, but in the end, your CSGO skins are not 100% safe, and if you do something wrong or somebody else does something wrong on your account, Valve can just click delete your account or make all your skins untradeable. Especially when you're making money with it, as it is, by terms, against the Steam's TOS, and they can ban you because of that any moment. And yeah, just selling a skin on Skinport or any marketplace is bannable in Steam TOS. Looking at the past though, Valve only banned traders or people for any sort of commercial activity when they had some lawsuit or bigger drama against them that really required them to take action. So in general, it is not allowed but tolerated. So you can do it, but please also be aware of the risk. Number 4, we had this point again some years ago, guys. Come on, gambling. Many people do not know it, but CSGO gambling is back. It is way bigger than it has been when it all came crashing down in 2016 with this big T. Martin scandal. The owner of these sites know that and are way more careful than that, and I don't even know if some YouTubers are in it at this time. But in theory, there's still a big risk that something happens again that leads Valve to strike down on gambling and maybe introduce something that prevents people from gambling ever again, which nobody knows what this rule would be. Could be a massive ban wave, or even, really hard to say it here, but the end of tradable CSGO items like they did it with PUBG, ultimately making them all worth nothing. But let's not write everything black. The risks are big, but the potential is even bigger. So these points can bring in a lot of money into the CSGO community, and in this case, just make your Orb Sapphire Mesh Black Scope maybe worth $3. First, volatility. Again, I don't explain it here twice, don't worry. Second, the biggest point, probably, we also had it again, CS2. If everything is going to plan with CS2, it will most likely be a big success with a big increase in hype and player numbers, ultimately increasing the value of all CSGO items. How big? Impossible to say. I am pretty sure if you ask people 2016 what would be the most expensive skins or what would be like the price of a Dragon Lore 2023, they would have never guessed that it would be over $1 million and over $10,000 for a ducking normal factory new Dragon Lore. So it is really hard to say, but we have seen an increase of 38% on average in spring after the announcement of CS2. So I would say everything's possible. Number 3, new operation and content. I am sure that Valve won't include big changes like Zeus skins just randomly like the R8. They would most likely make it a feature of an operation or bigger update. While they are creating CS2, I am pretty sure that we will see a bigger update a short time after the release and optimization of CS2. This is, of course, if executed well, will increase the economy in the player base even further, at least short term. Number 4, and probably the biggest one, even though it can also be a risk here, the approval of CSGO skins as a valid investment. Many people that had contact with skins in the past and know something about investments or finances know that you can make a lot of money with CSGO skins if you are lucky enough in investing. Or if you basically invested into any item before 2018. Yeah. But with the complicated financial situation that many countries came with Corona, the Ukraine war, or just some recent real estate or gold prices skyrocketing, many people prefer to invest their money into things they understand more. And for example, if you invest in some company, I mean, you know what, for example, Apple is doing, but in the end, you don't know where your money is going and what it's doing with it and all the small things behind it. But in the CSGO market, you have learned a lot of things and you just understand it way better, in my opinion. When somebody told you 8 years ago that you would invest into video game skins, you would probably call him a lunatic. Now you call yourself that word because you didn't do it. I am pretty sure virtual assets will become more and more common. And no, I'm not talking about NFTs, okay? That stuff's cringe, okay? And I think they will become more common for trading, investing, and even selling or buying in the future. So I'm pretty sure a new hype around the game could even further increase when maybe some common news sites report about people making insane profit because of the price increase.
Now, let's look into Neon's crystal ball. Ha 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 ha.
Okay, if I had to guess what will happen with skin prices, I would give you this graph. Please take this with a big grain of salt, maybe take a kilo of salt here, okay? Because this is just speculation and anything can happen. I would think we will have an unstable downtrend until there's a new hype around CSGO. For example, the exact release date, like 2 weeks in advance or a big update. Then, after the release, I suspect a small drop. Because many people realize it's basically the same game. Things look better and it's cool and some things more smooth and I can actually not see through smokes any longer. But the game is still the same, so yeah. But when the game does well, I can see a steady uptrend spiking when they release a new operation or update in winter 2014, ending after the first CS2 major in March 24. Of course, we will have some drama. We will have some, with release, some weapon nerf, we will have some banwave, we will have some other drama, and which will ultimately short-term decrease the prices. I think we will have that shortly after launch. Let's see what this will be. And yeah, the last question of the video, what should you do? I always tell my Patreons to rate their investments or just any money you have somewhere in 3 steps. And I think that applies here really well too. First, how important is that money to me? Second, am I happy with taking the risks and maybe losing it? And third, what do I think will happen? Because in CSGO, it's not only, yo, I invest and hope it gets more. There's also a lot of personal opinions about how will the game perform, how will the majors go, how will CS2 go, what new updates, how will Valve treat them. There's a lot of things and speculation, and some people are more negative and some people are more positive here. So, for example, I have $1,000 in CSGO, which I put into Antwerp capsules some time ago, which are at the moment at 10% profit. The total amount I own are like 5,000 and I really need that money next year to buy a car. I am comparably happy to take a risk and I think that the prices will rise around 20% in the following year. So I am pretty positive and happy to take a risk, but I also really need the money next year for my car. So in this case, I would think it would be a pretty fair compromise to say I cash out $500 for a nice $50 fixed profit and keep $500 in it because I think they will go up. And as Antwerp capsules are comparable cheap and popular, I think the chance that they go down noticeable is comparable low. And yeah, easy like that, you cashed out some profit, but you still have some potential there. And the worst loss that can happen is only $500, which you most likely can still buy a car from. And yeah, as the last point, why is Mr. Neon telling you no profit is guaranteed and nobody, even investment YouTubers that tell you that they got a 100% safe profit investment, know what will happen in the end. So please be careful, listen to other people's opinions, even mine, but also use your own head, because that's why you have it. And yeah, I think that sums up the video pretty good. Don't forget to join the giveaway, my boys. I am Neon, and I'll see you guys in the next one.